Hello everybody, let us dive in and call it Asshu Mock 2026. This is one of the most interesting item 1 math 2. So before breaking down for you this item, allow me read for you the item. The question or the item says that National Water and Sewage Corporation is encountered with the problem of a volume capacity of their cylindrical pipes that supply water to their customers. They consulted their engineer who found out that the diameter is 0.62 meters and length 6.2 meters. There was need to know the range between which the volume of cylindrical pipe lie. The engineer advised the NWSC manager that for the cylindrical pipes to provide sufficient water supply to its customers, the range should be between 1.6 and 2.0. The NWSC was also encountered with a problem of location of a point at which to locate a pumping machine along a linear bank of a river that stretches from 3 kilometers to 5 kilometers. Previously data collected by the engineering department had indicated that this area was bounded by a line y is equals to 4x plus 6 and another curve y is equals to 3e superscripted to 0.5x. The surveying department noticed that using a graphical method, the point of intersection between the above two curves that lie along the line from 3 kilometers to 5 kilometers above would be a suitable approximate point for the location of the pumping machine and require that it should be rounded off to 1 dp. Use a suitable iterative method to get the exact value. If this point lies between 3.5 and 4, it would be a suitable approximate point at which to install the pumping machine. The NWSC was also encountered with the problem of establishing the costs and distances involved in transportation of their water installation materials. It had been noted for distances of 30 kilometers, 40 kilometers, and 50 kilometers. The costs were shillings 60k, shillings 100k, and shillings 130k, respectively. They were approached by two of their customers. One paid shillings 150k and another one was to be left at a distance of 46 kilometers. There was need to use a suitable linear method to estimate for them the distance and the cost. The second customer complained that he had been overcharged by paying shillings 120k and there was need to justify this claim. Task: as a mathematics student, analyze the problem of NWSC by giving an interpretation, methodology, and justification. Wow, this is really so interesting, guys. Now, let's dive in to interpret. So the first problem being faced in that item is the volume of cylinder pipes being D of 0.62 meters, height being 6.2 meters. Now the question is volume enough? Recommended range that is needed there is 1.6 to 2.0. That is it. Now that one comes from a topic of error analysis. Specifically propagation of roads, where you find the volume is equal to pi d squared h over 4. You have to know that formula. What to calculate, the expected calculation there is exact volume. Second, range. Third is volume inside. Now you have to justify. Justification there is state if pipes provide sufficient water supply to customers based on the range that you have gotten. Are we together? And also the range that has been recommended, which is 1.6 to 2.0. That is it. And then B, pumping machines. The B problem, the another problem there is pumping machines location. river bank 3 kilometers to 5 kilometers. Another one, bounded by lines y is equals to 4x plus 6 and curve y is equals to 3e exponential, to power 0.5x. Now that one, you are going to solve it from the problem of solution of nonlinear equations, specifically root finding, where your f of x, when this one is combined together, is equals to 4x plus 6 minus 3e superscripted to 0.5x. That is how it is. Now, the justification there, but the calculation that is needed there is graphical methods, where your f is 3 and f is 5. F of 3 and f of 5. Then you're going to use the iterative method from there. That is how it is. Then the third problem there is the transport cost of 30 kilometers equals to 60k, 40 kilometers equals to 100k, 50 kilometers equals to 130k. Then the client 1 paid 150k, find the distance. Client 2, distance 46k, find the cost. Claims overcharged, paying 120k. Now that is the problem being faced here, but that one all comes from interpolation and extrapolation, as easy as that. Now, the calculation, expected calculation there that you need to get is the distance for 140k. Then another one is true cost at 40 kilometers. Then another one is the difference, which is equals to 120k minus the true cost that you are to get from there. The justification that is expected of you is justify if true cost is less than 120k. Customers was overcharged if it's greater than, customer was overcharged, yes. Now, if greater than, not overcharged, that is obvious. Give the amount of overcharge that you have calculated. That is all about item 1. Asshu. Asshu. Are we together? Is it Asshu? Yeah. Asshu and Kole. Joint Mock 2026. Don't forget to share. Click the subscribe button. Thank you.